warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Devi Anggraini from Percy class. I'm student of English Education Department. Okay. In this occasion, I will explain to you about summary, differences and similarities about 5 journal to fulfill the task from my lecture. Raudatul Miski, MPD. The subject is public speaking. Okay, the first journal is improving teaching speaking using video conversation at junior high school Pontianak. The research focused on the use video conversation and teaching speaking at 7th grade students in junior high school Pontianak in academic years 2014 and 2015. The research arises because the researchers interested to describe how English teacher teaching by using video conversation. The researchers use descriptive qualitative research with direct and indirect data as technique of data collecting. The researchers conduct interview, participant observation and documentation as tool of data collecting. The research results show that it was more effective using video conversation in teaching speaking at junior high school Pontianak. The students were easier to understand and the teacher teach and explain. The students more interested and active in the class. The teacher provide material based on the text such as textbook and LPS. And the teacher searching the videos are provided with the material in internet. Okay, the second journal is the title Improving Teaching English Speaking, a question improvement in experimental research in junior high school in Sukabumi. The study aims to find out the effectiveness of video to improve students' speaking ability and to investigate the most imperfect aspect to speaking by video. The study was conducted in the one of junior high school in Sukabumi. A quasi experimental design was employed for this study. The study involved 2 classes of 11th grade, which were divided into groups, experimental group and control group. The data were collected pre-test and post-test. The data were analyzed by using statistical product and service solution, or we call SPSS, acting for Windows. The calculation result of independent t-test and post-test scores showed that the significant value was lower than 0.05, which means the video treatment has improved the student's speaking ability. Furthermore, the use of video in teaching speaking also solved one of the hardest aspects in speaking for students, like pronunciation. Okay, we come to third journal. The title is Improving in Teaching Speaking of Animation Video to Junior High School. There were many problems happening in the English learning process in junior high school when such as first, the students were afraid to expressing their idea. Second one is they were lack to vocabularies. Third one, they were bored in studying English include their learning speaking. Thus, this research was intended to find out the effectiveness of animation video in teaching speaking to 7th grade in junior high school Sleman. It involved 32 students of 7A as experimental class and 7B as control class. The use design was a quasi-experimental study. It was done with pre-test before treatment and post-test after having treatments. It was found that teaching speaking using animation video was effective. It can be seen from the result of the statistical computation using t-test. T-test result of post-test in both of class was 2.170, well t-table with the degree of the freedom 9-2 at 5% significant level was 1.999. It means that the result of the t-test was higher than the t-table. Okay, we come to fourth journal. The title is Improving Teaching Speaking English Using Video in 11th grade student of junior high school for Singaraja in academic year 2017 and 2018. The research design was mixed method design. The study used observation sheet and questionnaire given to the student as the research instrument. The subject were the student of class 11 with the number of 30 students. The result revealed the advantages were the video. First, video represents a real communicative situation to the student. Second, video help the student to learn a new culture based on the they see in the video. Third, video helps the student to see some gesture in the video. Fourth, video strengthens in learning process. 5. Video entertain in the student in learning process. 6. The information in the video is present simultaneously at the same time. 7. Video serves voice and also the motion while they displayed by the teacher. And we come to the disadvantages. First, video will work if the quality of the video is not good. The equipment is needed also will prevent for using video. And third, video will not help the student if the language used in the video is difficult to understand and the student cannot understand the material in the video. Okay, we come to the 5 journal involving teaching speaking using YouTube at the junior high school Lampung. Technology has a heavy impact in teaching learning process. Speaking mastery can be instructed by investing in technology-assisted learning. The study investigates the use of video as media for teaching speaking, which are developed in classroom activities. The findings show that the use of video can create student talking time by conducting speaking activities such as role play, discussion, and problem solving. Those activities fulfill all indicators in evaluation speaking such as content, grammar, vocabulary, organization, and pronunciation. Okay, we come to similarities. So the similarities from 5 journal is the results show that the more effective use of video in teaching speaking in junior high school and senior high school students more easily understand what is taught and explained by the teacher. Students are more interested and active in class, which means that video has improved student speaking skill. In addition, the use of video speaking teaching also solved one of the most difficult aspects of speaking for students, like pronunciation, and using teaching video as a lot of giving advantages and very effective to use at the junior high school and senior high school level. Therefore, it is highly recommended that teachers use video as a medium to teach speaking in class. Okay, the last we come to differences from 5 journal. First, to improve teaching speaking, the researcher also using textbook and LTS, and the teacher searching the video provided with the material on internet. Second, in improving teaching to speaking, teacher also improving the harder aspect for speaking for students like pronunciation. And 3, the t-test result of protest in both classes was 2.170, while the table with the degrees of freedom 9.2 at 5% significant level was 1.999. Okay, the first differences is the researcher found 11 grants and 4 disadvantages in process of using video as a media in learning speaking teaching. So the 11 advantages were the researcher conclude that teaching speaking English using video make students interesting to speaking English in classroom. Fifth, the result in this journal show that the use of video can create student talking time fulfill all indicators in evaluation speaking such as content, grammar, vocabulary, organization, and pronunciation. Okay, the last is the last I will say thank you for your attention. I'm sorry for my mistake. Thank you for watching.